your reels don't have to be perfect. And this is what keeps a lot of people from posting. My invitation today is not to strive for 100% perfect, even though it's subjective. Strive for 80% perfect. Strive for, you know what, this might not be my best reel, but you know what, I'm gonna still post. Because it's better for you to post something than nothing at all. If you are a wedding photographer struggling to stand out on Instagram, stay tuned because in this episode, I'm going to share with you 3 easy Instagram Reels ideas that is going to help you increase your visibility, your amount of followers, and potential clients that will discover you. All right. So if you want to increase sales in your business by using Instagram, this is the right episode for you. Welcome. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, my name is Steven De Cuba, and I am a luxury wedding photographer based in Europe and in Aruba. And I also help wedding photographers build a 6-figure wedding photography business. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about how you can use Instagram Reels specifically to increase sales in your business. Why Reels? Well, research has shown that Reels achieve a 36% higher reach compared to other post formats. So think about Instagram stories or carousels or going live on Instagram. Reels right now is the format that really helps you reach a bigger audience. And today I want to show you how you can show up on Instagram with video content without having to get overwhelmed about it or without having to be really tech professional or even really creative. Honestly, this is really easy to apply. Now, if you are watching this video, perhaps you're feeling that maybe you don't have enough time. Like, Steven, I don't have enough time to create content. I'm not a videographer. I don't create video. I don't want to do this. Maybe you hate social media. Maybe you don't like Instagram. Maybe it's not your cup of tea. Maybe it is that you feel like you're not good with technology, with editing, with like putting a reel together, with being creative. Perhaps you are comparing yourself with someone else. You're seeing other photographers out there creating amazing content and you're thinking, how do I do this? I'm not that creative. And what ends up happening is that you keep on procrastinating, and you don't create content. I don't want that. I want to help you build a successful and profitable business. And if right now you don't like social media, I want to offer a different way of looking at social media, looking at Instagram. Instagram shouldn't feel like I have to do this. It's like a must do. It's like oh my God, what do I post? And this is horrible. And I don't want you to look at it like that. I actually want you to look at it like, oh, look, there's an opportunity for me to promote my business. Oh, wow, there's an opportunity for me to reach more people. Wow, what a blessing. What an opportunity. Look at it from a different lens. That is what I want to encourage you to do today. Look at social media as an opportunity, not as a task that you have to check from your long to-do list. All right? So your reels don't have to be perfect. And this is what keeps a lot of people from posting. I've known a lot of wedding photographers that are struggling to show up on Instagram. And the reason why they are not showing up on Instagram is because they don't think they have it all figured out. It's not perfect yet. It's not up to my standard. I don't like it. I don't think it's nice. I think other people are doing it better. And they procrastinate and they don't make it happen. So I want to offer a different perspective. Don't try to make reels perfect. Just try to tell a story. Just try to show up. And here's another perspective change. 100% perfect doesn't exist. Because your version of 100% perfect might be my 80% version of perfect. And my 50% perfect might be your version of 25% perfect. So really perfectionism or really 100% perfect doesn't exist. It's really subjective. So my invitation today is not to strive for 100% perfect, even though it's subjective. Strive for 80% perfect. Strive for, you know what, this might not be my best reel, but you know what, I'm gonna still post it. Because it's better for you to post something than nothing at all. And if right now you look back at your latest post, and if this is like more than 3 weeks ago, we need to make some changes. All right. So don't post for perfectionism. Post because you understand how powerful it can be to create content for your business. And at the end of the day, Instagram is free. You don't have to pay to play. You don't have to pay to create reels. You don't have to pay to post reels. It's free. Now, what's the investment? Time. And if you're watching this video, I believe that there's some time in your schedule that you can use to create reels. And today I'm going to show you 3 easy ideas. And we're going to start with the first one. The first one is what I like to call the behind the scenes of a wedding. And it's only video. And this is how I like to approach it. At every single wedding that I go, that I photograph, I bring an assistant that is going to hold my phone as I am photographing the wedding. And he's gonna record what's happening, but also he's gonna record me, but also some videos without me. So the goal right here is that my assistant will create a bank of content in my phone with different videos after the wedding day. So when I finished photographing, I arrived home, I took a shower, I went on my bed and I'm ready to sleep, then I will go through the different videos that he has recorded for me. And then I will create a behind the scenes series on my stories. Not reels yet. I'm talking about stories now. I'll create a different series of stories. And this is how I will show the behind the scenes of that wedding. I will make sure to tag my bride and grooms. I will also make sure to tag my vendors. I will also make sure to tag my venue. Once doing this, it also gives them an opportunity to reshare my story, which usually happens a lot. What will happen is then their followers can also see that content, which will increase more of my brand awareness. All right. So that is what I'm going to do. So that's the first step. Now, the second step is like after 24 hours that all the stories have expired, I will get all of these footages and I will create an Instagram reel with all of these different footages. Now, I will try to make them short, not really like a 3-minute reel. I'll try to make it at least between 1 minute to 1.5, which I believe is still long. If you can go 30 seconds, that's perfect. But I will give it its own time also to really show what happened that day and tell a story. So apps that I like to use is CapCut. I like to use CapCut to edit that video. But I also like to use Instagram Reels template. So Instagram Reels, they gave you, if you go to the Reel tab and you scroll, you might encounter a reel that has the options that says use template. All right. So you can click there and it will prompt you to use that template. All you have to do is put your videos in the template and Instagram will edit it for you. That's if you really, really want to go the easy route. You really don't want to spend so much time here and you don't want to edit on CapCut. Good. You have options. I like to edit with CapCut. I have my own editor as well, so that's amazing. But if you want to really go the easy way out, go and use an Instagram Reel template. All right. So when sharing this reel, I will also use the collaboration feature. This is the feature that gives you the opportunity to have both names. So let's say, for example, your name and the venue's name sharing that content. But here's the most powerful part. I like to collaborate with a couple. I like to collaborate with a venue. And I will also like to collaborate with the organizer, so the decorator, the florist, the planner, the coordinators. I like to do that because if they accept my collaboration, this reel will also live on their profile. All right. So these are different things that I like to do that will help me increase my visibility. And all I really did is have my assistant grab my phone and record what's happening during the day. Sometimes I grab the phone itself and I will do some footages that I like, but I will make sure that at every single wedding I have behind the scenes, because once I have this bank of content, then I will turn this bank of content into marketing material. All right. Now, let's continue with the second Instagram reel idea, which is really almost the same. Behind the scenes plus final photos. So what do I mean by that? The same footages that you recorded on that wedding day, the same video that you edited telling a story, what you can also do, you can add at a later point once you have edited the final photos, you can add photos in between that video. So you're seeing like a behind the scenes and boom, then you will see the final image. Then back to the behind the scenes and then another final image. And then another behind the scenes and another final image. Really, you're showing how you captured that image by sharing the behind the scenes. All right. So I will add that final photos to different scenarios as part of the video. And this will give me an opportunity to showcase the final product. Now, let's go a little bit deeper here, because in the high-end click, my signature course for wedding photographers, I show you exactly step by step how I do this. But there's another aspect to this. I like to create a blog post on my website about weddings as well that I photograph. If I have a bank of content, videos, photos that I can share on Instagram Reels, for examples, I'm going to use it to send people to my website to go watch the blog post, go read the blog post, go see all the different images that I photographed. So really the reel with behind the scenes and final photos will be a shorter one that will point people to my website. So my goal is to increase my website visibility so that once they're there, they can find more weddings. They can find my portfolio. They can find my contact information that would prompt them to get in contact with me. So alternatively, what you can also do is, instead of sharing the final images with the behind the scenes, you can also create another reel with only the final images, right? So maybe you have like 25 preview photos of that wedding day. Can you put that into a series with like a trending audio, and then you edit it really nice with different transition, and that's what you post online? That can also be another alternative. All right. So definitely you can use those behind the scenes videos that you've recorded on a wedding day more than once on stories, on reels, and then after again with the final images. All right, let's continue with the third Instagram reel idea, which is trending reels. Have you noticed sometimes that there are a lot of people using the same audio, the same song during a reel? Well, these are what we call trending audios, trending songs. And what happens is that there are a couple of songs that are trending on reels that I will show you in a bit how to find them. That is gonna help you reach more people. And this is something that you can also do. So you can do an audio trend with some text on the video. Use an audio that is really trending right now, and this is what you share. You can also use templates that I've also mentioned in the past or previously. There are different templates that you can choose as well that also uses trending audios, and then you can use these two together to create an Instagram reel. Now, how do you find trending audios? Now, there are two ways that you can do it. Number one, you can check the Reels Explore page. So on the Explore page on Instagram, you will find different Reels. You can click on them, and once you click on them, you will find different Reels. So you can keep on scrolling. As you're scrolling, you will find like one Instagram Reel that has use template on top of the creator's username. You can click there, you will find the template. You can just import your video and you can create that reel. Now, the second way that you can find trending audio is by browsing the Instagram music library. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open Instagram and you're gonna open the Instagram Reels editor where you're creating a reel like normally, and then you will tap the audio feature. You will click the audio feature, and then on top you will see trending audios. You will click there and you will get a list of all the audios that are trending right now. You can use it immediately, or maybe if you want to just save it, you can click on the save button and you can save this audio for future reference. Now, if right now you're thinking, okay, but which audio should I choose? I like to choose the audios that are trending, that don't have a lot of reels created already. So when looking for an audio, you will see below that audio name that there's a they say how many reels have already been created. So right now, let's say for example, You Know You Like It by DJ Snake has 19.8 thousand reels already created. Now we have another one, for example, If You Were Here by Thompson Twins. They only have 1,309 reels created. That's not a lot in comparison to the other. Now, there are other reels that, for example, have 1 million reels that already have been created with that audio. I might not prioritize that one. I might prioritize the ones that has less content created so that they can push your content even further. So that's how I will really think about it. All right. I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now, but let's take a look at what we have already covered. We've covered Reels idea number one, which is behind the scenes of a wedding, which you can share on your stories, but also create a Reels out of it. Now, the second one is behind the scenes, but then with final photos, alternatively, only final photos as well. You can edit it in CapCut or use the Instagram Reels template. And then the third one is trending Reels. We talk about how you can use trending audios. And I also just explained how you can find these audios. Now, I also want to talk about how to use Instagram templates via the templates tab. So you can open the Instagram app. Once you open the app, you can go to your profile. And then on your profile, you will click the plus button. This is where you go to create a content. So you will create there and you will click create a reel. On top of the tab, you will see templates. You will see draft and you will see templates. I will click on templates and then you will find two different things, recommended for you, and you will find trending templates. And then you can go and scroll through all these different templates. You can click on one of them, and then on the bottom, you will see add media. You will click on add media and you will choose all the different medias that you want to add. Once you have them all in there, Instagram itself will use your media and it will create it final video from that template, but you can always edit it as well. You can click and edit the different sections, and then once you like it, hey, you're done. But that's really it. And the reason why I like to use the templates tab is because everything is in one place. Now, you can go to the explore page and scroll and try to find a template, but in the templates tab, everything is already there, making it faster to find the right one immediately. All right? So that's how you can also use templates to create Instagram Reels. Now, how often do you post trending content? Now, I like to balance it. I like to balance trending content with original content. What is original content? Original content is just like this podcast episode. No one is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So this is an original content. I'm talking to the camera, I'm giving tips, I'm coming with my own strategy. It's original content. For wedding photographers, it could be like you're sharing 5 different tips on how to get Pinterest worthy detailed photos on your wedding day. That is an educational content for bride and grooms that are getting married. They want to learn, hey, I want to have a really amazing detailed photos. How do I do it? You as a photographer will create an original content, giving them tips and also building that connection with them. So I will try to, if you are in a growth phase, I will try to use 3 trending ideas, 3 trending reels, and 2 original content per week. So that's like posting 5 times per week. Now, if you are in the nurture phase, then I would do the opposite. I would do 2 trending reels and 3 original content per week. That is if you're posting 5 times per week. If you're posting less, you make your own numbers, whatever feels the most comfortable for you. But just take a look at that ratio right there. All right. I know I threw a lot on you right now. And if you want to see how I do it, I would love to invite you to go to Instagram at Steven de Cuba. There you will find all the different reels that I'm creating. If you want to see how I do it on my wedding account, it's at Steven de Cuba _weddings. And there you will also see how I apply everything that I just shared with you today. I do it on my own Instagram account as well. All right, let's recap 3 easy Instagram Reels ideas for wedding photographers. Number 1, behind the scenes of a wedding. Number 2, behind the scenes plus the final photos or only the final photos. And number 3, trending Reels by using the trending audio or by using trending templates. Really easy, really simple. Now, I want to challenge you. Just like every single episode, I like to challenge you. I like to give you that kick in the pants to go and do it right now. So here's my challenge to you. I want you to choose one of these 3 ideas, and I want you to post a reel this week. By the point of whenever you're watching this video, you have 7 days. And then within the next 7 days, I want you to post 1 reel. And I also want you to tag me at Steven de Cuba, and I will share it on my stories so that you get more visibility. Okay? So here, I'm incentivizing you. Like if you want to reach more people, if you want my followers to see you, do it. Tag me and I will share it. All right? That's your challenge, but you have only 1 week to do it. Okay? So I will see you on Instagram as you're tagging me, and I will also see you next week right here on the Steven de Cuba's podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I will really appreciate if you click the subscribe button and subscribe to my podcast, whether you're listening on Spotify or on YouTube. And if you found this valuable, hey, leave a comment behind on YouTube. I will really appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. I wish you all the best as you grow your wedding photography business. Peace. Bye-bye. Ciao.